Yes.
Sibuyile.
Just before the year ends.
With a bang.
Ooh, as always.
And we're here to say,
Oh, snap.
Hi guys, we are back, and the topic for today we're gonna dive straight into because we are closing 2020 with a bang. Sorry that we haven't been there, but oh come on, sibuyile, but it doesn't matter. But we're here to say, oh snap. Topic for today is
The topic for today is invest in yourself.
Aibo!
Yes.
Invest in
In
yourself.
yourself.
So, before I get started, let me just give the platform to Sipho. I need.
Okay, I'm not sure about, but I think simple. I think it's very simple. Today's topic. It's invest in yourself. And invest in yourself could be in terms of resources, in terms of what you are reading, in terms of what you are watching. I think it's a case of looking at what are you doing that needs to be invested in self. Obviously, one. I think for me, any person should invest in themselves. In terms of their own growth, their own personality. Obviously, it's easy if you have a business. You'll always say invest more resources onto your business so that your business can become best. But at the same time, I think also in life, it's also important for us to invest into our own selves. Whatever that's going to help you as a person grow, that you should improve. For example, reading books. That helps your mind to be open-minded. Okay. Reading books, that helps your mind to be open-minded. Listening to different kinds of podcasts, not only this one but also other podcasts.
Wow, not
and
only
also
this one.
and also the people that you surround yourself. I think whenever you meet people, there are certain energies that you withdraw from them. And obviously, if you're meeting people and then you're withdrawing negative energies from them, I don't see the reason for you to continue. At the same time, whenever you meet certain people and you withdraw positive energies from them, I think you should stay. Those people are going to develop you. So I think the term investment, it's very simple. It's to develop yourself, to make yourself a better person, spiritually, socially. If you're in business-wise, if you're in a relationship-wise, but whatever way, invest in yourself. Because I think we pay so much time investing on others, people, supporting other people's brands, buying on other people's ideas, that we suffocate our own selves.
Yeah. Can I also add something? We are not saying don't support other people.
No.
Yes, it's good to support other people, but the saddest thing is sometimes we neglect in our visions as well and investing ourselves. But babe, I just want to go into the where that when you're investing in yourself, sometimes we have a drawing book. What's in your drawing book? Have you implemented it? Because sometimes I feel like that we have a vision board, but we do nothing about it. When we see someone else doing that vision board, you're like, let me go back to mine, but you never put that into practice. So today I'm here to remind everyone that invest in yourself. Even if you want to start a business, if your business requires you to buy cups, are you saving for those cups? If you need books in order to grow that business, are you buying business books? One thing I do like about ourselves, if we want to, let's say, venture into financial, a good financial state, we are going to buy books which have to do with financial literacy because we want to improve ourselves. So for me, it just got me thinking that as much as we have vision boards, but are we really investing on ourselves? Are we focusing on those little things? Because sometimes it could be time.
Yeah.
Are you investing time?
To yourself.
That time you could be watching a soapy, but you're not investing it in your dream. So
yeah, I actually earlier on I was watching a documentary on lions. One of the things I learned.
Simba.
One of the things I learned. No, not the movie. The real stuff. One of the things I learned in lions. The person who was doing research on them said that a lion improves every time it searches for prey, or every time it hunts, it improves. So if today it used this strategy to catch its prey, tomorrow it's going to use another strategy to catch its prey. So it's always 2 steps ahead of its prey. because it's always improving itself. That's the reason they say that a lion is unpredictable, because what it did yesterday,
It will not do
it won't do today.
Did you get that? Did you get
So
that?
when we saw it hunting like this yesterday, tomorrow it's coming with a better strategy.
Difference. Bitumcho.
Yo, and I thought to myself, I think that's the thing that we should do with our own selves, because at times we're too predictable, man. We at times we stay in the same painful situation for far too long.
Vicinity.
Yeah,
Did you
I mean,
hear that
it's it's like something painful can happen to you. Like losing a parent, losing a loved one. That thing is bad. But if you stay in that pain for far too long, it will kill you whilst you are living. But so I think it's also that part of we must learn to move on from things quicker. Yes, I'm not saying let's
And
not heal.
changing the strategy.
Let us heal. Let's talk about it. Let's pray about it. Let's ask advices about it. But singahlali pha for far too long. It's like being you were in a relationship and that person broke your heart and then now you not again. But you can't always be staying on that past. It's painful to move on, but it helps, and that's what a lion does. It catches its prey today and goes back to the drawing board. How can I improve? Then it improves for tomorrow.
The question is, are you 2 steps ahead just like the lion, or are you standing still? That's what I'm going to say.
Yes.
And otherwise,
Wow.
I'll make this your brain. Yay! Hey, get married to someone who's gay.
Yes.
Because sometimes I was like, Ish, I don't understand why you like watching these lions and stuff.
At times it's because of boredom, eh?
Wow.
Then I learned something.
Sorry, am I boring? I'm boring.
No, because you're not here at times. So sometimes I don't want to watch Kaizer Chiefs because.
Okay, I'll forgive you. But wow, guys.
We'll cut that part.
Yeah, but guys, we just hear that invest in your resources, even if you're starting small. And I think one thing I'm really proud of people this year is that in 2020 they just started.
Yes.
They just started.
Difficult as it is.
Like people just started small businesses. They just started, and as small as it is, even if people are not supporting you as that
Huge
high
numbers, but
if one person is buying it, you've done a great job, and you should be proud of yourself.
And I think you can say something?
No, you can.
And I think at the same time, one thing I've actually looked at, I was reading in a book, is that we are taught so much by the community, to always, whenever we look for answers, to search outside. And we never deep in our own selves. We never sit down and think, how can I solve this problem that I have? Or how can I improve? I think the time that you start having real truth, honesty with yourself, then you will know what you need. So at times we are so dependent on other people to improve us, and they don't know what we want.
That's
you get my point? It's only Sepo who knows what I want next year. So I need to be honest with myself and say, this is what I want next year, and how can I get it? What resources do I need to get this? Then I can start going and searching for people to help me with that particular thing. So it's that part of investing in yourself. Sit down, have a conversation with yourself.
Have a meeting with yourself. I listen to y'all's channels. You know me and y'all's channels. She once said that everything is there on YouTube. If you want to invest in yourself. Like you can invest in yourself. Let's say, for example, you want to be a YouTuber. Basically, that's what I did. I went to YouTube. How do you start?
Start with a phone.
With the phone, actually. With
the phone.
And I researched, how do you start a YouTube channel? And I did it. And I remember it was like Xen in the morning. And Xen, is it in the morning? Okay. Tossa, you can't translate this Tossa, but it's fine. It's fine. But and I did it. And then I remember, I researched how do you start a podcast? How do you edit? Which you research everything. Sometimes I think we are so stagnant to a point that I want, just because you have a business, you must tell me everything. But everything is there. It's a matter of sitting down, researching, taking time and doing it, because sometimes we like to be spoon-fed, basically. So don't be spoon-fed. Sometimes I think if we like Lando, we like to say people banamon, but people banamon, it's because of they took the time and sat down and researched and did that and did that. So if you're not willing to do that, it's going to be hard for even to ask someone else to spoon feed you.
Yeah, it's this part of when you're doing research, other things will need money.
Yeah.
You know, the money that you don't have, it's this part of, there are things that they don't need money. They just need your time. They just need your interest. You see, if you're interested in starting a business in logistics, you get my point. You need to start being interested in transport.
Yeah.
You need to start following people who are in that kind of a business, so you can see idea. You know, as much as you don't have money for that particular thingy, but continue exposing yourself to information of that thing.
Yeah.
So that one day, when you are blessed with money, you can know what to use that money for. You see, so as much as you don't have money now, just go around collecting information. So when the money comes, because God will bring it, when the money then comes, then the information is already there. You will know what to do, you know. But it's not only about investing in business, you know. It's also investing in you being a better person.
A better person.
Because as a person, you can, you know, we always look, some someone I was listening to, you know, it was saying, you know, in life, we always, it's that Cinderella story. You know, we always, whenever we look at life, we always think we're the Cinderellas. We never think of ourselves as the stepmother of Cinderella.
Yay.
We always are the victims. We always see ourselves as the victims. I think I was listening to Pastor Bloss is. We always see ourselves as the victims. We never see ourselves as the perpetrators.
Yeah.
So when you're reading the Bible, you always see yourself as Israel. Yeah. You never see yourself as Pharaoh. You know, but if you can sit down with yourself, you can get to understand that, hey, at some point, some stage, I'm toxic to some people. I'm toxic in my relationship. I'm toxic to my friends. I'm toxic to my mother.
Even to yourself.
Even to your own self. And you can only know that when you sit down and you're being honest, you know. So at times we like playing the victim card, but all to find out that I'm the person who's toxic here. I'm the person who's likes to fight with people, you know. So investing in yourself also helps you to do those things that individual as a person, to look down onto yourself and say, hey, I need to change this.
Self-introspection.
Yeah, self-introspection.
Ooh,
self-introspection. I don't know that. That's the term, yeah. It's like you summarized everything what I just said, yeah. You know? So to sit down with yourself, saying, I have a problem here, and it's painful to do that. I mean, it's painful. It's like you are hurting yourself. But unfortunately, that's how you improve yourself. You get my point? That's how you become a better person, because nyani at times solo ke siyamoshwa, solo ke abantu ba-unfair kuthi, but funeke sizijonge nathi basingabantu abanjani. Obviously, if you're a good person, continue improving, become a good person. But hey, we're not all perfect, so at times we also need to invest in improving ourselves. And you know, I mean, if you're a person who always love fighting, that means you need to find ways of how to just not fight. Yeah, you know. I'm not saying don't fight for right things. Standing up for yourself.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't fight. I was like, yeah.
No, I mean, there are fights that you need to do. I mean, you need to stand up for yourself as a person. You can't just
otherwise people can stand
in life. But at the same time, there are situations where combat. Oh, I got go up.
Yeah.
You know, so we not only invest in yourself in terms of business, but also in terms of your own person as a person.
I want to say something. I don't know if it's a confession or what, but before that, one of my friends said that, why is it always you are always the victim? Yabo? And she's like, whenever you complain, you always the victim. Like, and then when I sat alone, I was like, Nyani, why am I always the victim and stuff? And I was like, maybe I need to sit down with myself and ask myself, why am I always a victim? Maybe I'm not a victim, Papa, and to be perpetrate, I'm the one with the issue and stuff. So that made me be able to sit with myself. And I remember another time, I'm not going to tell the story, but it just so happened, it was like, though, okay, I was watching a live session of Ayanda Vane and Umehlomo Calls, and they said something, but it clicked to me that I was the toxic person. And one thing, going back to what you said, is that it's painful when you are being called out, because
and you can be defensive.
You can be very defensive because you always like, I'm not assault. But when I listened to that, I was like, oh snap. I was actually wrong, and I think the saddest thing is that funeka uzithobe and you apologize to the person, because I went to Sipho and I was like, 1, 2, 3, I understand, 1, 2, 3, blah 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 blah. I was wrong, to a point that I was even emotional about it, because one thing I noticed, that when you have to call yourself out with a toxic trait, it's painful, but at the same time, it's fulfilling. Actually,
it's I think like weight, some weight.
Some weight is like, and you're like, I should have done this long time ago. So if you have a toxic trait, call yourself out. Like, you don't have to like tell the whole world, but call yourself out. And if you did like stamp on someone's foot, do apologize.
Yeah.
Do apologize about it. But if you have a toxic trait, invest in yourself so you become a better person. Because next year, 2021, I says no season 2.
But for me, my last 2 points, the first point is always, you must always remember this thing, and I do this to myself. Just because you are hurting doesn't make you innocent. Just because it's painful doesn't make you innocent. Because you can get into an argument and you can still be hurtful. Like overflowing when but that doesn't make you innocent.
Yeah.
So you must always have that honest. So just because it's painful to you,
no.
So unfortunately, the battery just went,
While you were sharing your wisdom. Hey.
But the point onto that thing was very simple: that continue investing in yourself in terms of business, if you're in business, and also developing yourself as a person. It's always important for you to invest in your inner peace. That's what people will say. Develop your mind, and it goes through with what you are learning. I always say that whatever you're interested in, make research about it, follow up upon it. There are people who are good at it, so follow them up on social media, read about them. Go to the library, buy a magazine.
Even watch their videos.
Yeah, podcast. Spend most of the time around those resources to develop you. If you don't have the money, make sure you get the information.
All I'm going to say, just start with what you have, because sometimes we're waiting to have Ferraris and stuff just to start. Hey. Exactly. Just start with your brain. But if you continue putting in the work every single day, in 5 months' time, babe, you'll be something else.
Thank you.
So as we end the year, all we want to say from us to you, Happy New Year, and oh snap, invest in yourself in 2021.
Yes, and continue staying safe, man. Someone said that, I think someone said that we are our parents' answered prayers. So just because we are our parents' answered prayers, it means that we need to stay alive. Need to protect ourselves. We need to sanitize. We need to wear masks. We need to travel less. So that we can be those answered prayers. We're already here. We have a lot to deliver.
And live those prayers.
Yes, so you have a lot to deliver in this world. So keep yourself safe. We need you.
Boom, 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 boom. Snap.